Welcome to the first official live stream Conversational Kitchen. Um, I didn't really plan or schedule this out, so I'm gonna kind of finish gathering a couple things here before I really get started. Just on the off chance someone else wants to show up. Um, Plan for today though is to cook up some meals for the week. I'm making some shrimp scampi pasta for dinner, and then I got some lunches for the week. I was making some ham and cheese sandwiches on some King's Hawaiian roll, and then make some hummus as well. And then if you can't tell already, my voice is a little shot from the weekend. Just had my dad up here hanging out, been a little sick, and then went out to a hockey game last night. So my voice is a little gone at the moment, but hope you can bear with me through that as we get this rolling. I'm just gonna step over here real quick. I got my water and everything over there. Gonna get that all set up, and then kind of get started there. So yeah. All right. Um, got that water boiling, starting to boil now. So I guess we can get started. So yeah, welcome. This is the first official. I've done a little messing around with the live stream so far, but this is gonna be the first official one. I'll try and post on YouTube later, so you can watch it back if you're not able to get here live. But yeah, this is kind of a, um, I think kind of next step in the conversational kitchen. So far, I've been writing a little blog and everything on like how food connects to just nutrition and the environment and the economy and whatnot, and kind of wrapping that up. And I'm thinking this is going to be the next step of conversational kitchen journey I'm on here. Um, and right now, I'm just peeling some Brussels sprouts. It's going to be the side for the meal. I'm going to do this while I yap for a little bit. But yeah, I kind of wanted to go over a little bit of like what my idea is here of what I'm trying to accomplish with the live stream and everything else I got going on. Um, but so yeah, my kind of whole goal with the conversational kitchen was to just I noticed issues with a couple of things. I mean, there's so many issues out there in the world, but I think how I've approached it with conversational kitchens like one. Um, Food, I think, is just such a basic thing. Everybody eats. Easy thing to talk to anyone about food because everyone has some sort of opinion on it because everybody eats. I think being able to solve food, which should be such a simple thing, um, but we make so complex, is just kind of looking at the base of the pyramid. And if we want to solve all those other big issues out there in the world, I think we might as well start with the most basic one at the bottom of the pyramid there. And then two, I feel like in today's world of social media and AI and everything, it's so easy to disconnect and disengage from society and people. So I think this is that's kind of the other goal of Conversational Kitchen is trying to one allow you to connect with your food, and then two allow you to connect with people more. And I think the live stream we got going here, hoping to make a little bit of a routine out of, will be a good way to kind of address both of those to some degree. Um, Definitely a lot more I hope to be doing with the recipe book I'm making, Conversational Kitchen in general. Would love to do some like in-person events. I think that'd be super cool, but I think this is the first easiest thing I can do that could be taking a step in that direction. So yeah, hoping to start making this a routine thing of cooking every Monday or Sunday, kind of figuring out what I want to do for that. But I need to, if anyone has any opinions, like I'd love to make it where I could like cook alongside of everyone else. So whenever you're cooking, you just tune in and hang out with me for a little bit and make your own meal. Ask me questions if you got them. Not a certified professional, but I have held my food handler's license in 3 different states, so I might be able to answer a little something here or there. But also just to have a fun place to come ask questions about your own just nutrition or the impact, the way food impacts nutrition and the environment or whatever it is. I just find it super fascinating, pretty much anything about food. So love to chat about whatever it is. So whether you're on the live stream now or watching YouTube later, feel free to drop any questions and engage with me in any way that you are interested in learning more about food or me, what I've got going on in my life. Probably talk about it a little bit later on when I was talking about my dad came up this last weekend. We were hanging out, having a good time. But would love to make a nice little community and space we can all come here to hang out and have a good time and enjoy some good food. Um, yeah, that's kind of the general overall goal of Conversational Kitchen is just connect with people and connect with food, or use food to connect with people, I guess is a better way of phrasing it. But yeah, um, I guess the reason I kind of like this live stream idea was I had a buddy of mine who was telling me I should do YouTube videos, and I was just like, I don't know, didn't quite seem like feel like I'd be cooking, like the whole goal would be to like get it super precise and like all the recipes, like measurements and everything down and like concise into a video that someone would watch. And I just, to be honest, didn't feel super authentic to me and like the way I cook. I'm very I'm not very regimented with how I'm doing everything. I kind of making it up as I go, doing a little experiment today. I got the Shrimp Scampi was a recipe that my dad would normally make whenever my mom was like gone for a weekend or something because she wasn't a big seafood fan. But I haven't made it. I haven't really. I haven't even eaten it since like I was a kid. Honestly, it's been a while. So I was thinking about stuff I could try out and thought this would be a good one to try this weekend, especially just trying to get more seafood in the diet. Um, so yeah, just doing a little experiment here today with that, and that's kind of what I want to stick to. And like I think a live stream would work better. You get the full, authentic experience of me just tossing stuff together and hoping for the best. Because that's literally pretty much all I do. Might have a general guideline of what I'm doing for a recipe. Like stole a recipe from my dad um, for the shrimp scampi recipe, but I'll probably be messing around with it and making it up as I go to some degree. Um, but we got yeah, some other experiments we got going on today. We're gonna be doing kind of like phase three or whatever of my hummus recipe right now. Made 2 batches. I guess third batch of it will be this one here. Um, some homemade hummus, big hummus guy. So I've been got the itch to make my own hummus one day, and been still got a big bag of chickpeas I'm going through, so just making a third batch of that today. And then this lunch over here is something I was thinking about adding to the recipe book as well. So we'll see how that goes. So lots of experimenting. Oh, and I've been meaning to try and start fermenting. So I got some mason jars and then some special lids to let the oxygen or CO2 out things well, it lets the air out. Helps it ferment, so you don't have to burp it every single day. So I think that'll be kind of cool. But I've never fermented before, so we're gonna try and experiment with that a little bit too. Um, and yeah, it's kind of what we got going on for the day there. Um, what else we got? Um, water's heating up over there. We got a little bit longer before I can toss in that pasta, but I guess we can keep. I got some more Brussels sprouts here, so I can keep talking about kind of what else I got going on with the conversational kitchen. Like I was saying, trying to get this blog stuff wrapped up. Just last month posted a bit on carbohydrates. Been doing nutrition kind of theme lately. Been started off with like just general overview and then went into talk about protein. And then last month I posted an article publishing piece to read, whatever you want to call it, about carbohydrates. That one was super cool. Would highly recommend checking it out. A lot of the research and reading I did for that really kind of just changed the way I think of ourselves and the way we process food and build our bodies with that food. I think it was super cool just researching about the gut microbiome and how carbohydrates are the essentially the fuel for that colony of living organisms we're all host to. Um, yeah, that was super interesting. And then this month I'm hoping to uh, make a post about fats, which has been extraordinarily tricky. Hasn't been It's been super confusing. Like I'll read one place like this type of fat is really good, and this type of fat is bad, and then you go to another place and they're saying the exact opposite of like the first fat's like actually really I forget what I said, but bad or good. Like everyone's just contradicting each other. Um, So it's been kind of interesting trying to piece all that together and what is like I like again, everyone's very different. So like if you want specific advice, a big thing I kind of keep coming back to is like you really gotta just speak with a registered dietitian or some sort of professional. But um just trying to find any sort of like generally applicable advice I can offer to people because there's a lot out there and like something that's interesting and relevant to everyone, but not everyone has the time for it or the desire to dig through the weeds of all that. So just trying to sum it up in a more concise format, I think could be helpful for people, allow them to connect with their food better. Um, man, my timer started the timer. I thought I was just letting it sit there until my pasta was ready, but I just started clicking, ticking down anyways. Um, so yeah, but yeah, talking about fats, been super, yeah, it's been super interesting trying to like pin that all down and learn what fats are, that kind of whole family. But yeah, I'm kind of wrapped up with that one. Just probably let it marinate a couple more days and then edit it again, and then we'll probably be up on the Conversational Kitchen blog for the world to read. Um, But yeah, the rest of that I'll probably do. I got the fat post this month. Next month I'll kind of do a conclusion in the nutrition section, just to kind of talk about like micronutrients, so like vitamins, minerals, and then some other just random talk a little bit about water, but just kind of wrapping some things up there with that, and then finish off the conclusion there. And then after that, I'll have, I guess I would make it June. I'll make a post about uh, the economy and how the food system, the food we eat, impacts this really broad topic that is always part of contentious debates, I feel like the economy, and what that is and how food kind of impacts that and how the economy impacts food. Sounds bad. Um, And then, yeah, from there, just kind of like an overall conclusion to the whole kind of blog thing I got going there. I plan to continue writing a little bit, but trying to take a step back and do some other things aside from writing because I can only write so much. I was more a math guy growing up, so not my forte. But we make do. I think it's interesting. So, but that conclusion will come. I don't know. I'm gonna probably let the recipe book and everything else I wrote marinate for a while and then post that sometime before the end of the year. But in the meantime, after that's all done, again, I'll continue to write a little bit and try and make some monthly newsletters, just a lot more um, concise format and like will involve a lot less research and reading on my part. So we'll hopefully be able to keep with that and just have some interesting content and information for you all to check out. Um, I just finished up Brussels sprouts, peeling out the outside edges, got all the just kind of dirty leaves off there. Um, and I'm gonna just chop these up and take the ends off here, and then I'll half them. And from there, got a little sauce I'll pour on 'em, but I'm gonna put them in my air fryer. And I'm gonna do with that. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna chop these up. Where were we though? Yeah, outside newsletter. I think I'm gonna try and start doing. I got a lot of stuff I want to try to do, but we'll just need to take it one step at a time. But I'm gonna try. Kind of my whole goal with the recipe book to begin with was to find some sort of entrepreneurial endeavor for me to pursue because long-term goal of mine is to be an entrepreneur in my own business. I'm kind of thinking it might have something to do with the food system, but we're figuring it out. So a couple ideas I had to start selling something was one, make a recipe book, but it's kind of turned into more of a just a way for me to reach out to people and connect with them, connect with the world. Um, I might mess around with doing like a just a smaller kind of themed recipe book. So idea I had was to do like a 10 meals for under $10 and um probably try and do I feel like most people I talk to work at or work they go and shop at Trader Joe's for their groceries. So try and stick with Trader Joe's kind of centered meals. See it just make like a downloadable recipe extension of the Conversational Kitchen recipe book I got going on. Plan to keep that free indefinitely. Like I might make a subscribed version to it at some point, but definitely have at least a free resource just for people to engage with there. But so that could be step one is doing some sort of downloadable recipe book. Love to hear any feedback if that seems like a good idea. The $10 or 10 meals for under $10. Um, I do a lot more like meal prep. So my kind of style is to do I'll probably do it where like I make a big batch of it for like $30, but ideally I'd get you like three different meals throughout the week, so each meal under $10. So um yeah, kind of familiar with that. Might come back and do another uh live stream later this week. I'll try and actually schedule that one. I wasn't really sure when this one was gonna work into my schedule today, so I didn't really time it out for uh letting the world know when that was happening. But again, if you're no sweat, you don't have to catch it live. You could come back and watch this whenever you're cooking later in the week or whenever you want to watch it when I post it on YouTube. Um, I'll try and attach if you go to my conversational kitchen page, I'll attach that at the top of the directory. Just make it easy for everyone to access and join the conversation. Um, Yeah, so there was that one. The other idea I had was been really fascinated in my nutrition journey, just reading about all the benefits of mushrooms. I know there's many people out there that don't like mushrooms. I was one of them. I've kind of started eating a little bit more mushrooms. I felt obligated to consume mushrooms when I went vegan for a few years there, and I actually kind of like them now. Um, but I know there's plenty of people out there that don't like them. Feel like it's normally a texture thing, but my idea was to make a mushroom, so like dehydrate mushrooms and make a powder out of it, and that way you can use it as like a seasoning to add on to whatever you're cooking, whether it's like I feel like pizza would be a really good one, but I don't know, that's just the first one that comes to mind. You could do that. You could use it as like a soup base. You could use it as just any sort of addition to a recipe to get just the nutritional value of mushrooms. And I guess that's another question I need to or I need to, but a lot of people have is like, yeah, I think mushrooms are good, but like they don't really understand how much. It's kind of crazy because mushrooms do a lot. It's one, a really good plant-based source of protein, um, and two, um, sorry, it's not really two, it's like two through 10 because there's so many things different mushrooms do, but um, I'll need to get, I'd love to get more specifics to share with everyone, but I know mushrooms are, um, I guess they're not like heavily studied. I know like you can't make super big claims, I guess, because they haven't been studied and scientifically proven, but mushrooms are definitely associated with like a lot of cognitive benefits, gut microbiome, stuff for your belly, getting your digestive tract kind of um, in a healthier state, and um, yeah, the list goes on and on. If you're wanting to dive into that right now, again, I'll probably hopefully have something up here. Might be one of my first newsletters I make is just talking about mushrooms. But I would highly recommend a company right now. Just they have a good like page to learn about mushrooms. It's called looks like the water boiling. Uh, uh, Host Defense. It's my mycologist Paul Stamets. It's his company that he makes a lot of like supplements from mushroom products. Um, but anyways, back to like what I'm doing. Conversational Kitchen is I see a nutritional gap because just people aren't aware of the benefits of mushrooms, and two, mushrooms are not the favorite food item largely. I feel because of texture because they are decently flavored. I feel kind of got that umami flavor for the most part, but um, yeah, just trying to find ways that people can incorporate mushrooms into their diet. So I've been messing around with making some mushroom powders. If you're wanting to test out a mushroom powder, would love some feedback on that. Feel free to leave a comment wherever you're seeing this, or reach out to my Conversational Kitchen account here on Substack. Um, and yeah, I'll try and get you some mushroom powder to test out. We've got our Brussels sprouts all chopped up so I can all halved out. I'm just gonna them out a little bit here. And then yeah, our water's boiling. So I'm gonna go check that out overhead. Oh no, it's fine, it's just steaming. All right. So yeah, I guess next kind of step over here. Um yeah, we're gonna see where experiment. I'm making it up as I go. I'm just gonna get some extra virgin olive oil, kind of sprinkle a little bit of this over the Brussels sprouts, um, and then mix those up a little bit. You probably put some salt and pepper on those, just a little base. I got a little seasoning I kind of made up. I think I'm gonna just toss these in to cook for a little while, and then we'll put them on as like a topping for the last like 2, 3 minutes or whatever. Yeah, Brussels sprouts a little bit dirtier vegetable, so they kind of take a little bit longer to cook anyways. So yeah, just using my fingers here to mix it all up. Um, so this is another thing I need to I need to been learning with the live stream. I feel like it's probably better to have a little way for you guys to see a little bit easier what I'm doing than just looking at me here. So I'm just doing it on my laptop right now, but try and figure out how I can do it with my phone. Just need a tripod. I just don't have one at the moment, so have to bear with me through this one right now. But hope I get a tripod up here soon. Well, that way you'd be able to travel over there with me a lot easier too. All right. So yeah, I got our Brussels sprouts all oiled up and pepper, salt and pepper on them, all that. So I'm just gonna toss them. Got a little air fryer over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Put them in there. Probably go like I don't know. I don't really have a specific science to it. I just do it. Again, I do a different everything without, I think. Um, uh, Yeah, so I got a big feature on that handy dandy little device over there. So I'm gonna just do. I just did 400 degrees for 10 minutes. Do a little preheat, but like it's warm enough, so I'll just toss it in there and leave it there for now. And yeah, then we'll just check on them after that and at any time we need to. I guess we might as well get this sauce going so we can have that ready. For that, I was gonna do. I got lemon. Use some. I didn't even toss some zest in there, but use some lemon juice. Got some honey, and then some red pepper flakes. Um, I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. I think I saw some similar recipe. I was looking through some recipe books lately. Just trying to see what I want to do to expand the conversational kitchen recipe and also the kind of other downloadable recipe book I was talking about before. Um, and I found a recipe that kind of had something similar to this. So we'll just take the honey, I'll put it down here so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of honey in here. I would love some feedback on this. I was just trying to figure out what I want to do as like background. I like listening to music while I cook. Love to hear what you guys like to do. If you, I don't know, watch shows or whatever, I'll do that sometimes too. But what kind of thing we can have going on in the background to make a cool little environment for y'all here to cook in. And then yeah, I got some lemon juice. I'm gonna take some of these seeds out real quick. Um, but yeah, the music I got going, I just looked up some cooking playlists on Spotify. Um, so let me know what you guys think of that. Or if you guys got any recommendations of playlists to listen to while you cook or something. I'd love to hear what you guys do for that and what music I should be playing here. So yeah, just gonna squeeze some of this lemon in here. Oh, it's probably all good in there. Oh, we'll keep you down here, and then just gonna mix that up real good. Ooh. Might put some agave in there because those kind of honey's kind of thick. Trying to get some of these seeds out. I tried to take them out earlier, but you know, maybe it won't work. But we're, so like I said, we're just experimenting out here. Not everything works out when you're experimenting. There's always just trying to figure it out. So the best way to get better at cooking is try and cook. The more you do it, the better you'll get. All right. Got all those seeds out of there. A little sweet and zesty. Yeah, I feel like I need a little something else in there. Mediate the two consistencies a little bit. I think I'm gonna go try and put some of that agave in here. Might have just done that originally, but I just got some agave here, a little bit more on the liquidy side. And see how that mixes it all up. Uh, and then I'm actually gonna toss some of these red pepper flakes in here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Decently stirred up there. Probably just set that aside for now, and then come back to that and mix it up one more time before tossing it on the Brussels sprouts. Add over a lemon, toss that in the compost. I'm gonna save this other lemon for. I think I'm gonna toss it in with the shrimp. Um, and speaking of which. Cook on that water. Looking good. Gonna toss the noodles in here. Set the timer again. So we got that water going, or the noodles going over there. I'm gonna try and get some butter melted to add to the pan so we can get the shrimp going. So we got 3 tablespoons butter, is what the recipe called for. Just gonna toss that in here to melt. Boom. Just put this on the end of that. Put that off to the side. Um, all right. Yeah, so we got the shrimp here. I just picked out some of these um, big shrimps here. And I've had the recipe with baby shrimp too. It's also pretty good. What did I do here? Not a, Gotta be smarter than the bag, Zach. I hate these bags. Soaping for me, man. Just want some shrimp. Yeah, I got these big shrimp here. If I can actually open the bag. So it's a resealable zipper. Man, I don't know if I got it deep enough. Let me try something again. There we go. How to be smart in the bag. Um, mm, so yeah, I've got some of these big shrimpies over here. We'll toss them in to cook on that pan. Pull up my recipe here real quick. Oh, I didn't get the garlic out. I almost forgot that. Got the butter melted, put in some garlic and um, some salt and pepper. When that gets all warmed up, then we'll add the shrimp in to cook for, I don't think they'll take too long, maybe like 5-ish minutes. I honestly haven't, I don't know if I've actually ever cooked shrimp personally. Love shrimp. I feel like I normally eat them when I'm going out though, so I don't really know. So that's partially why I want to do this experiment. Um, Garlic, and then, yeah, add the shrimp then. So yeah, I'm just gonna toss the shrimp right back over there. Um, Says I got a whole pound of shrimp in here, I think. Don't think I need that much. Might do like half of it or so, maybe a little bit more than half. Just kind of eyeball it when I toss it in there. Um, yeah, it's looking good over here. Kind of tilted down, you can see somewhat. Um, yeah, I got mine. This is kind of my go-to. I'm kind of lazy. I just got the minced garlic I get from the store. I'm just gonna toss in a little spoonful of that. And then I got the salt and pepper over here. Come grab this now. Took a call for it. I got all the onion powder, like my sauce made onion in there, so get all onion in there, I guess. Um, whoa, watch out. Got that going. Got this pasta going over here, rocking around. Give this a little swirl. Um, yeah, got like 6 more minutes left on that. So yeah, recipe. Let's come back to that over here. It's gonna let that garlic and everything over there heat up, get a little fragrant. I might not be able to smell it. If you know me, my nose is absolute garbage, terrible at smelling stuff. But once I can start to get a hint of it, then I'll definitely know. But yeah, we'll toss in the shrimp there. Once that gets fragrant, and then looks like after that gets kind of pink, we'll toss in. I got some kind of behind the garlic. I got a half cup of uh vegetable broth. The recipe calls for chicken broth. I just have a lot of vegetable broth to use, so I'm just using that and call it good. And I mean, if you're trying to go plant-based, like that's a good way to do it. This is what if you do. That's what I think. Kind of the whole theme of Conversational Kitchen is to be find recipes that are good for everyone. I don't want to like I don't think it works to tell people this is what you have to eat and all that. So finding recipes that are easy and versatile to use to um, combine them with different kind of preferred methods of eating, whether you're going vegan, vegetarian, animal based, like whatever you're looking for. I'm hoping to have um, a single recipe up there with lots of options. So like on this one, um, tofu could probably be pretty good. I'm sure there's plenty of like any sort of like plant-based chicken alternative would be good in this. Um, actually, you know, it'd be good. One of my favorites when I was vegan was to get the like the buffalo chicken patties. Those are fire. That would probably be pretty good with this. Um, yeah. Right down here though, I'm just gonna be chopping up some chives. That's kind of the next step really is just getting the herbs all ready. So I'm just gonna dice these up real nicely. Um, yeah, what were we talking about? So yeah, we're talking about mushroom powder. Um, ooh, actually, I got the Brussels sprouts over here. We're gonna check on those. Yeah, those are looking good, looking good. I don't know if you can tell very well on there, but yeah, they're not like entirely done, but good start to them. Make some space here so I can put some of that sauce we just made over the top, and we'll toss them back in there. So I got that sauce here. Mix it up one last time. Make sure it's a good consistency. Um, sweet. I'm just gonna drizzle this over the top. And then garlic's looking like it's going well, so we're gonna toss it in the shrimp here. All right. Uh, Pasta's garlic back over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna use these tongs, mix up these Brussels sprouts, get them all, get that juice in there, that sauce spread over them all nicely. Um, okay. Yeah, I need to get this. I need to get a tripod so you can actually see what I'm doing over here. I apologize, but we're just experimenting out here. I'm liking this live stream idea though. I think we're gonna keep rolling with it, see what happens. But yeah, got those nice and mixed up there. I think it's good very well, but it's on there. And toss it back in here. Probably 5 more minutes. Um, yeah, 5 more minutes there. And I'll come back over here and try and chop up some chives before that pasta alarm goes off. We got my drink already, I believe. Yeah, it's over there already, so it should be good there. Um, if I'm show you what I'm doing down here. Just going real small, as small as I can get it. These are just gonna go on top of the pasta, so just trying to get this done ahead of time. And looks like the pasta is ready. Well, we'll find out. The timer's going off at least. We'll call that good. And yeah, we'll be going back over here. Turn that timer off. Let's check this pasta. I'm just gonna use these tongs. We're gonna mix up the shrimp too real quick. They're looking good. Pink on one side, so mm, boom. Yeah. All right. So he's now. Oh, let's check. Yeah, pasta. Check these guys. And get a fork out so I can try this a little bit easier. No, it's slipping away. All right. All right. I got one. I got one. Mm. All right. Yeah, that's looking good. I think I'll take that off and drain it. I'll then got my drainer. Hot water. I've seen. Trying to do this with whatever. All right. We got that drain. We're gonna do set that to the side. Then we're gonna come back over here. Get that Evo. We're just gonna let that. Not really ready to combine everything yet, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of Evo in there so it doesn't get all stuck together and just mix it around. Um, I'm gonna set that there. Yeah, I'm just gonna scrape my chives over here because I'm gonna try and chop up some parsley next. Parsley. So yeah, that's another thing I'm actually trying to do a little experiment on. coming up here soon is connecting with the food. Like, what better way to do that than grow your own food? So I'm trying to figure out ways I can utilize my minimal space here in an apartment in Seattle to make some of my own grow some of my own food. I think I got a little railing that's south facing and gets a lot of sun, so I think that'll make it quite doable. But it's just again just kind of a lack of space. I just got to get creative, figure out how I'm going to do that. But I think I'm going to try and mess around, do some herbs. I honestly, if there's something I don't get for a recipe often, it's herbs if I'm trying to cut costs. Just I know it adds flavor, but it's a little sometimes it seems a little extra and it's the easiest thing to skip out on. But um shout out my dad came up this weekend, he got my groceries for me. So I got the herbs. But garden I'm hoping to start growing my own so I won't ever have to skip out on it again. But yeah, I got my parsley. I'm probably just gonna go through and just pick the leaves off, um, toss it in the stems over there, uh, and then I got those ones set out there and ready to go. But I'm gonna go check on the shrimp real quick. Use my handy dandy tongs and mix these bad boys around again. I just got that on medium low right now. Looks like the Brussels sprouts just got done, but I'm just gonna let them sit in there until I need the oven again, just so they stay warm. I'm gonna come back here and peel some of this parsley. Um, and then yeah, I got the noodles sitting over there. So yeah, just kind of waiting for that shrimp, and then I'm gonna add the uh vegetable stock to that. Um, and then from there, let's pull up the recipe and double check everything. Um, yeah, so let's just toss that in, bring it up to the boil, and then cook that for another like 2, 3 minutes, and then add the pasta in, and then boom, we'll have our dinner ready. Um, time. But yeah, while we're over here, you can go back to kind of what I was talking about. Gonna be trying to experiment, grow a little garden, got some sort of attachment, maybe put up like a little gutter next to my along the railing, and then have some herbs. I was looking at watching some YouTube channels lately of people growing stuff, and found this really fun channel. I forget the name. I'll try and drop the name later. I'm sure it'll come up again in some other live stream, but just talking about how to grow food. Uh, he's showing like he had like a 5 gallon bucket. And he's growing like a whole salad in it. I was like, I think I could do that. So I'm gonna mess around and try and figure out what I want to grow this summer. But I think it'll definitely include some herbs in there. Um, yeah, so again, as you can kind of see, kind of got a lot I'm trying to experiment with here. Just gotta bear with me. I got a job I'm gotta do to pay the bills, so it's kind of like just a little part-time thing I'm doing for fun, and I'd love to turn it into something I can spend more time on, but just gotta take it one day at a time, and that's where we're at right now. Um, so I gotta, yeah, I'll just get to it when I have the chance, but hopefully get that going up and running soon, so I can take advantage of the warm weather we got coming up here. Um, yeah, so we got try and get a little garden going. I was talking, we got this live stream, gotta wrap up the blog. Um, try and transition that into more of like a newsletter. We'll start with like bi-monthly, so like probably like first and third month or something like that of every month I'll try and make a post. Um, I'll do stuff from just like deeper dives into like specific things on like nutrition. So I'll probably like one question I got from Emmett was about creatine. I was just kind of busy, haven't been able to get around to it, but would love to do like a post talking about creatine and like Um, talk about go deeper into the microbiome, and then um, probably do some posts on like how to garden even once I kind of figure out what I'm doing to some degree out there, just at least share my experience out there. Not that I'll be able to provide a whole lot of actionable feedback or I don't know, tips out there, but we'll see what happens. It's all experimenting. Um, but all yeah, talk about ultra processed foods and just I don't know. I've been reading a lot of I got a lot of time to listen to podcasts at work, so I'll probably just do like reviews of podcasts or books that I'm reading and then how it connects to food and whatnot. Just give general updates. Maybe I'll do some like recipe drops in like bulk or like, oh, we're getting to winter season. We'll check out soups or whatever. I'll try and have some content regularly going there. So we'll check out the trip again real quick. Look these bad boys around. You know, that's looking good. So we're gonna toss in the water here. You guys are grow. Get that up to boil. I'll cook the shrimp a little bit longer too. I'm gonna let that sit there for a little bit and do its thing. We got all these herbs looking nice and good over here, ready to go, topped on. Not a lot, enough. Probably just add, I might just add them all tonight. We'll see. Probably top up some more throughout the week as I get going and need more though. Because yeah, I kind of like I was saying, a lot of my cooking style again, a lot of experimenting, but I also like to do a lot of more like meal prep. My kind of routine for the week is to do like two dinner meals that I'll have to rotate between throughout the week. And then I'll normally just have one that I do for lunch throughout the work week, and then that normally suffices. And then breakfast, I've been doing a lot of like yogurt lately with uh, some hemp and chia seeds, good source of fiber and plant-based oils. And then top it with some granola and whatnot. It's kind of been my go-to, but yeah, so this week we'll be doing the shrimp scampi's one meal. I'll have that tonight, and then I might be going out with some friends tomorrow night. So I don't know if probably won't cook tomorrow, but Tuesday might see me back here. I'll try and give an update tomorrow when I might be live for that. So I'll probably try and do another live one. I think I'm doing a beef and broccoli stir fry thing. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, kind of done with these, so I'm just gonna toss them back in the fridge real quick. And while we're over here, we'll mix the shrimp up a little bit. Stir it up just a little bit. It's starting to simmer over there, so I'll let it do its thing there. Well, let's see here. So we got all that kind of wrapped up, honestly. I'm gonna get out some containers so I can kind of start grabbing this up. Um, yeah, this one for some Brussels sprouts. I'll put the pasta in this one. Um, and it's pretty cool to have some big containers with all the kind of bigger meal prepping ideas I've been doing. We'll have the Brussels sprouts in here. Got this. Let them cool off a little bit first. We'll get a taste test in here soon. Don't you worry. I'm interested to see how they turned out too. They look like a good. They look cooked though. It'll just be a matter of flavor. You know, I'm kind of liking the playlist. I'm thinking we're gonna keep doing this. Just going through random cooking playlists I find on Spotify. Again, if you got any feedback or something you want to listen to, let me know. We'll probably keep going to that. Might occasionally if I'm feeling something in particular, I might just go through a whole album of something while we do this, but this will probably be a recurring thing I go to. Actually, I'm gonna need that pan again, so I'm just gonna set it to it. Okay. We got the Brussels sprouts all packaged up. I'm gonna close that off, keep their heat in there, keep them warm so I can eat them for dinner. That's kind of that. What I'm gonna do with these herbs. I'm gonna do. Ooh, I'm gonna put these guys into the pasta in the top half of it. Pasta container, that is. And I'll be good to go to mix them in. All right, so now I got my cutting board freed up again. I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna start making lunches. It looks like that's boiling now, so we're gonna let that. I'm gonna go mix that up real quick, and then we'll let it sit for a little bit longer. Uh, Burn off a little bit of the water. Got my pink Hawaiian here. Um, Peel this bad boy off. Got two of these. I don't. Again, we're experimenting out here. I don't know how much I'm gonna need for all 5 days of the week, but you know, anything like that. All right. Hey, let me go fix this shrimp up. Honestly, that's looking pretty good. Even as we can somewhat see. But let's toss in the noodles here real quick. Oh, maybe. There we get this guy here. Honestly, something in there. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna toss it all back in here because that just makes so much more sense. Um, Kind of mix this up nicely. Get these tongs in here. Rub some pasta. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's looking good. So I'm gonna just bring it off the heat over here, hang out with you guys over on this side. And we're gonna turn some lights on too. What's up? There we go. All right. So yeah, just mix up this pasta. Let it sit over here. Man, I got you guys. I gotta show you what I'm doing. I'm doing way too much. We got this whole counter. Look at all of that. I'm doing too much out here, but trying to keep it all organized somewhat. Um, we'll toss this box up here. That's what we'll do. Give us a little bit of space, and then toss this in the trash. And recycle this out. All right. And then we're gonna take our little serrated knife here. We're gonna go back to these sandwiches. Just gonna chop these bad boys in half, serrate them in half, more like it, I guess. Boom. And I kind of just like fell into these these 2x3s here, so we're gonna work with that. Do one there, and this other one. Try and get it as even as I can. Okay, got our tops on that side. And then for this, got a little Dijon mustard. And then I was gonna mess around. I'm trying two different ones. I got some ham and I got some turkey here, and I got some Havarti cheese. Um, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's all that. Oh, I got some relish. That's what I was gonna do. I thought I had it in here. All right. Well, looks like I'm looking at a new one, but I just had relish. So I was gonna use that. I'd probably prefer pickles personally. I don't know. Add a little more crunch from the relish will, but it's still kind of similar flavors, so I'll do that. But yeah, I'm gonna open the Dijon. Just gonna use my handy dandy little spoon here. Gonna mix on the Dijon, put it on the top, and then put some relish on top of that. And then I'm hoping this one's just a pretty easy one. Like I'm just gonna make sandwiches in bulk basically. Boom. I don't know, you can kind of make it up as you go here again, like add however much of this sauce you want. You could maybe even put a little mayo on here if you wanted. Um, just gonna do Dijon on this one. Maybe the next one. I got again. I'm making a lot of these meal prepping. It's my style. Gonna do. I got two whole loaves of the King's Hawaiian. So I'll mess around with the mayo, see which one I like more. I'll do. I'll get another spoon out for the relish here. Oh man, this one did not wash the spoons. That's why it's done very well. So yeah, then we got some relish. Kind of dump a little bit of that on, spread it out. A little bit down here. Bum, bum, bum. Getting some variety in this playlist for sure. I'm gonna do this other half. Mm. Yeah, I'm also thinking about maybe this would be a newsletter series I do. Is I could do a little series like this where find like kind of a theme, or maybe it's like mini pizzas or sandwiches like these. I could do a bunch of variations. I've heard of people doing like kind of like almost a pizza version of this sandwich where they got like kind of a marinara sauce with some pepperoni and mozzarella, but kind of have like this is one, the pizza version is another, and just have like five different recipes of what you could do with the King's Hawaiian rolls there. I feel like would be a good one to have. Um, but that could be something I'm doing with my newsletters. Um, I was saying there, but again, trying to just do like twice a month thing with that. Just gotta have something that's manageable for me and my schedule, but also putting out enough interesting stuff to keep you all entertained. Um, but yeah, that's kind of I guess the last thing to kind of close at that point finally is I'm gonna try and start up a little social media accounts going. So kind of I was talking with ChatGPT and it was telling me I should get a TikTok to post some of these like videos on, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll mess around with it for a little bit, see if I can get this account some exposure, but we'll do that, and then maybe some definitely doing Instagram, messing around with making some post formats for that. But hopefully get those up and running in the next month or so. I think that's kind of all I'll do for. I'll continue to use Substack. Try and be more active on the notes side of that as well. And then I don't know if I'll post the live streams on here, but I'll probably be my final location is I'll be on YouTube and try and post the full video of this. I'll do the live stream on Monday, and then like 2 days later or whatever, I'll post the full video breaking it all down. So yeah, there's the sandwiches for a quick update there. We'll do ham on the first one, so I'll open up the ham here and toss that on if it allows. Resealable. How about it's just openable in general? Uh, Welcome, first visitor of the live stream. We've been going hour and 6 minutes now. Oh, not first viewer, but first visitor. We got one solid viewer so far. I don't think they're here anymore, but I can't tell. I think it has to be someone like on like a subscriber. I don't know who else would have found it, but the main thing is at this point I still have somewhat of a voice that hopefully is not too annoying. Terrible. Just slightly. How's bike ride? Goodness. I'm sorry, say it again. Oh yeah. It's like there's like statues or something over there I was talking about a while back. Yeah, yeah.
Like at the far end, it's just like trees and then fucking mountain and grass and beach.
Right?
It was good, yeah. Then I came back. And then, what did I even, look, I started coming back. And I didn't intend to, like, work out on the way home. I was just gonna, like, casually pedal home. And
Yeah.
then, my yogurt, slapped me.
Oh, yogurt belly.
So, yeah.
Ah.
I was like, well, shit, I gotta try now.
Oh shit, I probably gotta get mine going here soon.
But,
It's almost 6, yeah.
it is good.
Okay.
Fermentation is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to like burp out the CO2 or whatever, burp out the air so then because like normally fermentation you gotta like burp it every day to let out all the air so like bad bacteria doesn't form on the surface.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are these little sliders for days?
yeah, and so that it's got sliders on it so you can like mark when it goes in so you can track it. And I'm like, that's perfect because I would
You
otherwise
would not.
lose track of that very quickly.
But you might have, um, uh, you probably working on like tape or something put it on there.
Maybe motivation cards that came with
Oh, the name
they
thing?
came with stickers so you could like put a date and what it is, but there's only 6 and that will run out quite quickly, I bet.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
No,
Now I'm
you
gonna,
good. I'm not interrupting anyone, so
interrupted you. Talking to me. Um, I think I gotta go run a mile. My legs are kind of tired, so I came up. Actually, kind of quick.
we'll cool down.
No, I want to try and run it fast. I want to do like
Oh,
biking and triathlon. I already tried to swim.
yeah, so you should run down to Lake Union, take a lap,
Yeah,
and then come back.
yeah. No, not that.
Huh.
It's like around the block. I think one.
All right. Ooh, that these ones powerful. Ooh. God damn. I don't know what I did. What was zesty? It'll probably be good with like everything else on here. This myself got me.
Mozzarella. Lenny, what? Mozzarella.
Yeah, you got mozzarella to get rid of?
I mean, I don't know if you should see something that really I think that was all about it. Yeah. And then I see you guys together.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think so, but figure it out. All right, we're doing the second one here. Doing the same stuff on this one too. Dude, I don't know what it is, but they stick to the thing. I don't like it. I don't want to rip it apart. I think so. Moist rolls. Yeah, I'm excited for this lunch. Um, all right. How you doing? Yeah, I found a chicken parm recipe in one of the recipe books I was looking through, and I was like, that sounds kind of good, but I don't know if it's chicken parm season, so I can do it, but just have it like on the back burner. Oh, I'm gonna get the on top of mayo on this one. I'm assuming you're trying to get rid of that.
I'm trying to get rid of that.
Mm.
We're not everything. I was thinking some of the store today.
Yeah,
I got something like pizza.
pizza.
Like I got the pizza crust bread. And I was walking the person and I saw pizzas. And I was like, damn, if this is one way that I change since high school or even college, I think this would be it. I was not doing it sense and getting the perfect pizza.
Hey, get making your own pizza. There you go. Make your own food. Mm-mm. Attack. Dude, I don't know what that mustard was, but like lethal. No, there's no way it is. I got it literally yesterday. Yeah, 9/4/26. That would have been brutal if it was expired. I would have had some strong words for Joe himself. You know, the guy that trades. Big bartering kind of guy. Really, really, really big businessman. Oh, okay, doing the second one here. Good luck on the run. Toss a little. Oh wait, let's put the mayo down first. Actually, I'm gonna do that on this one, so I'm not destroying myself if that mustard turns out to be my worst enemy. It kind of balances it out a little bit. Oh, dude, gotta be smarter than the packaging, Zach. All right, here we go. Mayo. Um, yeah, so that's Emmett, my housemate. For all of y'all that don't know him, but you probably do if you're here at this point in time. Um, he'll probably be coming on frequently, in and out of the house, doing his own thing. Bah. Maybe get him out here to make some recipes with us too. That's what I guess that's another thing I've been thinking about doing is how can I make this more engaging? I think doing stuff in person is certainly more engaging than a live stream. I think there's just an easy option, like better than nothing, I guess. So I'm doing this now, but I would love to. try and like make it kind of like what you see on like a podcast where you have guests come on. Like if you want to come join me and like learn something about the way I cook, or just learn how to make a meal, or just come and hang out and talk about food or whatever else you got going on in life. I think that would be a fun thing component to it to add. Is just start. I think I'm gonna call it food with friends, and then just bring people on here. Oh, mom in the building. What's up, mom? We're making some King's Hawaiian Roll Sandwiches down here. Got some Dijon mustard and some relish, and then I made one batch with the ham, and then we're gonna do the second one here with the turkey. Uh, and yeah, we got the other one. I'm gonna click stop. Put it in there. Let me get started. Do 5 minutes at 400 and check on it again. But yeah, I was kind of talking about where what else I'm doing with conversational kitchen stuff. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I could do to get more people involved and do stuff in person. So I think I might try and do some like lake days, invite people out for hanging out at the lake, and then do bring some meals out there. I was a quick mile. My personal record in the mile is 12 seconds. I've never seen anyone touch it. My watch just timed me doing it for some reason. Said 12 seconds. My set a watch glitch. That's pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna cut that out. But yeah, other things for in person, just try and do that. See if anyone wants to come join me on the live stream, see if that happens. But try and also do the just some sort of events, go out to lake or park or something and bring some food out for people to come hang out and play spike ball or something. Um, yeah, it's kind of that. Um, you'll have to watch it back later, Mom. I'll try and post this on YouTube. I think is what I'm gonna do is do like a recurring thing on Mondays for these live streams, and then a couple days later post them on YouTube. I've been talking about talking about what I've kind of next steps are once I get this blog stuff done with the recipe book. So I have to watch it back on YouTube in a couple days to see what I was talking about. But yeah, okay, we got that. Just need to put some relish on here real quick. Looking good over there still. Ooh, give you the food view here too. See what I'm doing down here. Uh-uh. Get the relish in there. This one kind of fell apart as I was cutting it, so that's a little bit harder to spread it out on, but it's all do. All right, all right, good. And just toss some of these cheese slices on here. I'll have that one ready to go in the oven too. Uh, we'll say, Mom, if you're out there, what do you got cooking up for dinner tonight? Anything yummy going out there in Oregon? Something yummy, hopefully. Do. Yeah, this week I got my shrimp scampi going. I've been making. Got that one hopefully still warm by the time I get to it. Chicken, ravioli, and broccoli. That sounds good. I'm gonna be making some broccoli in my next meal. I think I'm gonna do might be back on Tuesday with another live stream. Try and do some Had a beef and broccoli stir fry. I'm gonna try and get my cruciferous vegetables in for the week. Ooh, yeah. There we go. All right. Oh, what's up, Soren? Welcome, welcome. Making some sandwiches to meal prep for lunch for the week. Soren's in the building.
Oh, no way.
Well, not in the building, but you know.
Proverbial good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got that. We cooked that up a little bit, and I got some pasta. Made some shrimp scampi today. I was telling my mom here we got my plan is I got my shrimp scampi going here, making my lunch for the week, and then I think I'll probably be back again on Tuesday, doing another one of these. Hopefully, I was gonna make a broccoli and beef stir fry then. Um, yeah, I'll probably do it around 5 p.m. again, but my kind of goal is to make this something I can like do my chefing thing here and try and find a time where other people are chefing too, so we can try and cook together. So I'd love to hear whenever you normally cook or what your kind of ideal cooking schedule is. But what's in the Sammys? I got we'll give you a inside look here. We got some on this one I did turkey slices, other one I did some ham. But I got Havarti, Dijon mustard, mayo, and I was gonna put pickles, but I thought I had enough from what I was making last week. I ran out, so I had some relish. So I just put relish on it instead. So, and then I got um, I'm just gonna put them in the little toaster over there, and then just get them nice and warmed up a little bit, and then I'll have them throughout the week, so I'll just like package them and then toaster them there. But I got my lettuce here. I don't want to toaster them in that, so I'll just like have some slices of lettuce I'll bring on the side to toss on once I toast them up at work. And then, so yeah, that's kind of next step. I'll chop some of these up. But yeah, I've been got these sandwiches going. Did some shrimp scampi already. I made a side of some Brussels sprouts. Tossed in a little interesting like honey glazed sauce on those. We'll see how that turns out. But if you want to check that out, I'm probably going to post the video of this afterwards onto YouTube. I'll try and have the link to all that at the top of my directory page on my Substack account if you want to check that out at all later. But also probably I've had this recipe before, so I feel pretty comfortable saying it'll be one that'll be eventually added to the recipe book officially. It'll probably take me a while to get that up there. I don't know if it'll be this month's post either. So, um, but you can check them out there eventually too if you ever want to make this one. Um, yeah, just got my other pan here. Just gonna slide it on here so I can put it in the toaster. Looks like that one just got done too. So check that one out here and then slide this one in. Boom. Yeah. Ooh. All right, this one's got a little toasty. Whatever. They're not that bad, anyways. But turn that one down. So we do 350 for 5 minutes on that one. Hopefully, I'll turn out a little bit better. But yeah, chop up some lettuce. Gonna clean up the space a little bit first. Yeah, so I got the shrimp scampi going for dinner tonight, and my mom's cooking some chicken, or she cooked some chicken ravioli and broccoli. But I'm curious, Soren, if you got what you got cooking tonight. What you eating? To the side. But yeah, throw this lettuce here while we wait for that. Um, Chop that bad boy off and then just peel these outsides. Oh, and you know what? We'll be able to show my most recent kitchen gadget I've been really enjoying. It's probably good. Just toss that in the compost bowl there. Um, but that would be this guy. got this from my grandma for Christmas this last year. Little salad spinner. It's been a lot easier than just hand washing all my lettuce, but it's collapsible, so I can ideally get it out. But it opens up real nicely. It's super nice to store it for later or when I'm not using it. Yeah, we'll just toss some of this lettuce in here. Actually, I might chop some of it up first and then throw it in there to spin it out. Chop a little bit more of it off, actually. Um, yeah. What else we got going on here? I guess if you want to watch back, of course, like I was saying, I'll probably have this video posted on YouTube so you can check out what I was talking about, my plan for the future of Conversational Kitchen, or if you got specific question on what I'll be doing next once I kind of finish up this blog, feel free to ask. Um, but I was going to talk a little bit about my weekend now. I just had my dad up here and went to the hockey game last night. It was pretty fun. I was like, okay, what do we got? So only meal prep on Sundays. Okay, but you got, oh, that's nice. Hope you have a good day off tomorrow. And a little sweet potato bowl. Nice. That sounds tasty. So that's what I need to add on here. I think that's one of my go-tos for like if I just got a bunch of random leftover ingredients from the week before, just toss those all in a little sweet potato thing and almost like a baked potato situation, but I really good with a sweet potato too sometimes. But yeah, my dad was up here this weekend, went to the Kraken game. It was the first time I've been to a Kraken game ever, which was kind of fun. They had a, it's actually super funny. They did a mascot night, and I got this food. I'm chopping down here. I got my lettuce. Gonna toss it in there and spin it out. But they did a mascot night, like I was saying, and they had, oh man, it was probably close to 10 mascots. They had like the Seahawks mascot, the Mariners mascot. Uh, they had like it's the new Utah team. They're like the Mammoth or whatever. They had the Mammoth out there. Um, and everybody out there. And my dad and I were just chasing them around trying to get a picture with every single mascot. And we succeeded. It was pretty funny trying to track them all down and get a picture with them all. And we ended up still getting, we saw all but one goal. So we still saw the good parts of the hockey game too. So it was an overall success. All right. Got this lettuce all chopped up. You know, I guess I was kind of thinking of making like just full lettuce pieces for the sandwiches, but we chopped up as they are now. So we'll just make do with that. Yeah, super nice part about this is just all in there, and then I'll go pour some water in there, and then I get to spin it all up. Looks like the sandwich is about to go off. We'll check on those. Hopefully, they're not as crispy as this last batch. All right, give this one more turn here. And then I'll probably just find a container so I can have that ready for me to go through the week, and then probably end up using more lettuce throughout the week for that, but we'll just chop it up as we go. Probably on Tuesday when I have my other life. Um, see if we can squeeze it in all this. Might be a little tight of a squeeze. Take out some of these yuckier pieces. I was with them. They got some like brown pieces on them, but it is lettuce. Right. Um, I guess while I got people here, what else can we talk about? Let's just this side real quick. I guess we got and kind of go back through a little bit of what I was talking about earlier, what I got going next. We'll love any feedback of what you guys think. Again, I kind of, gotta plug this in real quick. My kind of goal with this was to create a little space you can consistently find me at cooking if you ever want to cook with me. If you got questions about how to cook something, I'm here, but also just come and hang out and have a good, fun space to be. Um, But my kind of idea is just kind of do my thing. I kind of want to get a tripod so I can like bring you over here. I'm not leaving you sitting over here on my laptop, but also just trying to figure out what I want to do is like I was probably gonna just play music in the background. I don't know what you guys normally do when you guys cook, but music kind of go to for me. But sometimes I'll listen to or watch like a little episode of some show that I'm watching. But I don't know if that'd be great for this. So I just picked out a random Spotify cooking playlist. Seems to be working good so far. So need to find some way to do like a little DJ thing though. It'd be kind of cool if you could have other people cue music or whatever. We'll check these sandwiches though. Oh yeah, look at these ones. These ones look a lot better. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. Like the meat's already like cooked, so it's not like it's gonna be doing anything there. And then it's also gonna cook it again at work. So, um, the real question is how do I want to package it? I don't know if that's gonna work. Mm, might need to use a bag for this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use a plastic bag for those. Mm. Yeah, so I just got a big gallon bag here. We're gonna try and toss these guys in. Whoa, random bike coming through. Quite random. All right. What else we got? I think so. Finishing up these, but I think I'm also gonna try and make some hummus. Gonna, I don't know if you guys tried actually sewing, but I did. That's what I made for the potluck at the football championship football the other weekend or whenever it was he came out for that. But I'm gonna try to make another batch of that. I got down the process down a little bit better this time, so it'll be looks a little bit more efficient, hopefully. Um, okay, so yeah, I put the whole one whole roll in this. So I might need something else to put the other one in, but package that and then I'll probably just bring this all tomorrow and leave it at work for the week. I can just eat as much of it as I want throughout the week. And I'll probably do the hummus on the side of it just for a little more veggie, a little crunch in there. Um, I'll sit right here, get this out of the way. Mm, gotta find one more bag real quick. All right, yeah, I found a little bit like trail mix crows in it, but I never hurt anyone. All right. Oh man, kind of sticking to the panel, but I should have sprayed with a little bit of oil or something. Ring the bell. Yeah, dude, this turned out really good. I was think like kind of what you were saying too earlier, like the uh pizza version of this or whatever. Like I think doing like a newsletter post of like five different ones you can make because you can make so many. Like you do like a pesto one with this. Like
Yeah.
there's options to
Oh, that's a good idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that'll be something I can do once I'm finished up with the blog. Is something to do with the newsletter. Oh, yeah. Oh man, these are kind of sticking. Ooh. But yeah, so I was gonna do the hummus, and then I don't know how long we'll stick around. I also wanted to try and ferment something, but I don't know. I might dip out because I'm getting kind of hungry. I want to eat my dinner. Mm, mm, mm. Da-da. Man, spray pan before making this. That was a mistake. I did not do that. I didn't think it would be that bad just in there for a little bit, but this first one is like really stuck on here. Actually, I was curious. Are you guys able to hear the music all that well, or is that like kind of quiet? I got it in the back over there on the fridge. I feel like it's a little bit further away. Yeah, parchment paper would have been a good idea. A little something or rather. We'll just let this one soak. It's all good. That's not bad. I got under it. Lost part of it, but it'll still fill my belly for lunch this week. All right, one more to get here. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, but was one thing I was talking about a little bit earlier is I was doing been messing around with the mushroom powder, right? I got just sent some down to you, Mom. Let me know what you think of that. Hopefully Dad got that to you. But Soren, if you want, I'll try and bring some tomorrow too if I'm seeing you there. But I got some mushroom powder and some recipes you can try and mess around and love some feedback on if that works. I don't know if you're a big mushroom fan or not, but good way to get some mushrooms in. Awesome. I'll send you the link too that I have. I got like five recipes picked out that like include the mushroom powder in it. And then yeah, I mean you can also do your own thing, but if you want a little inspiration, some ideas, I got something to start with at least. Okay. Yeah, so we got this second one all bagged up here. And that should hopefully be my lunches for the week. But just bring that. I got a toaster at work, so I'll just pop them, pop however many cubes I want on the toaster, and then from there I'll take them out and then add the lettuce I chopped up on afterwards, and then yeah, I'll get this hummus going here and either use that as like a snack throughout the week or have that to put on, have that as a side to my sandwiches. Yeah, I'm just gonna toss this back in the fridge. All right, and I got this one all stuck, but we'll just tell them. Yeah, we'll just check on him a little bit later. All right, so I'll try and do this hummus real quick and put it on like that. Try and move some stuff out of the way, get some room for that. Okay, got a little space here to work with. Um, Compost bowl, got that all full up, filled up. Um, so fair warning, might get a little loud here in a second. I'll mix everything up first. A little bit of time, but I'll be using the blender for blending the hummus all together. But yeah, this hummus has been super interesting experiment to go and do. Just got a little smoothie blender here, and then pretty much everything I'm tossing in there. Got my chickpeas right here. Uh, got a bag of dried chickpeas that I soaked overnight last night. Put a decent amount of water. I was like, more merrier. But there's also a fair amount of water that is added anyways, so might as well. I'll just toss some of that in as well with the chickpeas. I don't know if I'll need all of it though, so I'll probably just do the one thing of water and then I'll drain this other one. Man, how appropriate is this song for today? It was so sunny. Went for a little walk down to Fremont today. Checked out the little marketplace. Found a place I might be able to get some seeds for when I want to start trying to grow some of my own stuff out here on my balcony. And then went over to Gasworks and ended up reading a book over there for a little bit. It was a good day. So yeah, we got this. We'll put in some tahini. You know, I'm gonna dump out a little bit of this water actually. Probably end up having to add some back, but I don't know. We're just gonna start with that. But actually, fun little tidbit of information: the water that you soak the chickpeas in has a special name. They call it aquafaba. Think of it aquafaba, like a B, as in boy. I don't know. I found it kind of weird that the chickpea soaked water has its own name. Um, yeah, little fun fact for you for the day. But yeah, so then I got next I'm tossing in there's tahini, which is uh ground sesame seed. It's like sesame seed peanut butter almost, but a lot more liquidy on the liquidy side. But I just poured in a fair bit of that, and then I'm gonna add in some lemon juice here. Squeeze in half a lemon. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the half lemon. I don't really feel like cutting up that other lemon quite yet. I'll save that for something else. But squeeze that all out, and then I got do a little paprika in this one. I'll probably just empty that one. I got a new one this weekend, so we can use the rest of that. And then got this elote Trader Joe's seasoning. I don't know what we're doing, but figure out, see if that's any good. Like I said, we're just out here making an experiment. I think I've gotten the texture down pretty good, so now we're kind of messing around with the flavor a little bit. And then, oh, I also so I've been I got a bunch of parsley a couple weeks ago. I didn't use it all, and it's like, well, I'll use my new dehydrator I got. So I ended up dehydrating some parsley. So I got some of my own dried parsley, tossed that in there. Um, and then, yeah. basically take this and then just blend it up until it gets to the right texture. So, fair warning. See if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself so it's not too loud for you guys. We're back. It's looking pretty good. Kind of got decently creamy. My experiment this time was the chickpeas. They have like a outer like skin to them, and the recipe I was following last time had me like boil the chickpeas, and then the skin kind of comes off. So I like pick out as many as I could, and it said it just like makes the texture a little bit better doing it that way. And I was like, you know what, I want to mess around and see if that step's really necessary, and I kind of think it is. Um, Ended up turning out fine, but it is a little grainy to it almost. So if you ever want to make your own hummus, you might want to boil your chickpeas first and then pick those out. I didn't like go through and pick out every single one, like that's too much, but I like until I couldn't like easily get another like handful or in the next scoop, then I was like, all right, then it's good. But probably best to pick out at least as many as you deem necessary. Um, but yeah, that'll be my hummus. Uh, See what the two I'll put it in. Um, yeah, I might just toss it back in one of these mason jars here. Oh, that good. Ooh. But yeah, I think I'm getting kind of hungry, so I think I'm gonna go eat my dinner here. But sign off from now. But thanks for everyone that stopped by. Again, check it out on YouTube in the next couple days, hopefully. Um, Hopefully some other people see it there too. But hoping to just kind of wrap this up here. Hoping to make this kind of more of a routine thing. If you ever wanted to see what I'm up to, come say hello. Looking for somewhere to cook with some other people as well. Like we want to hope we can cook here on the live stream, but also hopefully can have some people come in and cook with me here in person. I feel like it'd be kind of fun thing to do. But yeah, stay tuned. I got a couple posts coming up for the recipe book. I'll be having my post on fats. Will be the next kind of subject for nutrition this month. And then I got I haven't decided what recipe I'm doing yet, so I'm not going to spoil the secret there yet. But stay tuned for that. I'll have another one coming out soon. And then what else we got going? Yeah, got my mushroom powder experiments going on. If you want to be a part of that, would love to share that. And then also got some hummus. If you want to try some hummus, was dad approved. Had dad my dad tested this weekend, said it was pretty solid, but I can always use more opinions. But yeah, I got that. Probably be getting some social media stuff going up here in the next couple of weeks. Have a Instagram, maybe a TikTok. ChatGPT was telling me I should do a TikTok. We'll see. But definitely have an Instagram. I'll probably get this newsletter started up here in the next couple months. And then hopefully also have some content coming about trying to grow my own stuff in my garden. Yeah, got a lot of stuff going on. Feel free to check this out on again YouTube in the next couple days. And hopefully um, come hang out with me and cook with me again sometime soon. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday or whatever day it is you're watching this. Yeah, have a good one. See ya. Maybe if I can. Oh, there's the invite. Toodles.